as the title says, Tangem is having a buy one, get one 60% off sale on their wallets on the website. If you want to take advantage of this deal, I dropped a link in the description of this live stream. Just tap on that link and then select the family pack, and you'll get one wallet at full price, and then the other one is going to be 60% off, which I think is one of the craziest sales that they've ever done. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. And I'm a little pissed off because they never tell me when these deals are going live. Like, I find out, usually I'll find out, maybe an hour later or so. And then I'll tell you guys about it. And then it'll be like 3 days later and they finally message me and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're having a sale. But yeah, so let me show you exactly how to get this deal. Again, it's buy one, get one 60% off, and it looks like it applies to all the collections. So I'm going to show you on my computer here. So again, the link in the description will take you straight to this deal, so you don't really have to do anything. Let me take my green screen off. So once you land on the website, you want to go to Family Pack, and this gets you 2-3 sets of wallets. Now with 2-3 sets, because you only need 2 cards to set up one Tangem wallet, when you get this family pack, you'll be able to create 3 separate wallets, and you can manage all those in the app. But as you can see here, the original price for 1-3 set is $62. With the 10% discount code from my link, plus the 50% off the second set, you're getting 2 sets for $97. And you can choose like the stealth cards. The sale says, I thought it was only for stealth cards, but I guess it's for both these ones. So you could choose either one. And then as well as a second set, any of these ones are going to be, you'll get 60% off. So like if you wanted to do, a stealth set and the Bitcoin pizza set, still only $97, which is pretty cool. Also, you don't see it right here, but the link in the description will get you 25% off the Tangem ring as well, if you're interested in getting the ring. But yeah, so I literally just found out about this. I saw them post it on Twitter, and so I thought I'd start a live stream. And I also have been getting a lot of comments about Tangem wallets. So if you have any questions, whether you're buying another set or you're buying your first set, now's the time to ask, because this is a live AMA. So of course I will go through the chat. But again, link to this deal is in the description. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Shout out to Kevin from Florida, always checking in on the live streams. What's up, Bull Market Bandit? Non-Oxed, what's up? Luca, yes, you need to buy 2, the family pack. Good evening, content. Stifer. What's going on? CryptoChino.soul. Shout out to Delilah. Content. I don't know what you're asking, if what is safe. The ring, a little bit. The ring is 25% off using that link in the description. Plus you get free shipping on both of these. So not only do you get, if you get the buy one 60% off, you also get free shipping. If you get the ring, you get 25% off. The ring's right here, and you get free shipping as well. James, you need to use the link to get the 60% off. If you go straight to the web, okay, sorry, I was getting a call. You still have to put in my discount code, which is Cyberskrilla. It's easier to just click the link in the description. It takes you to. Brian Loves You says, what is the best cold wallet for a digital nomad? Now, best is obviously going to be subjective, but in my opinion and in my experience, I've traveled to several different countries. Tangem is by far the best. It's the most discreet. It's EMP proof. It's resistant to electrostatic discharge. It's resistant to X-ray machines, like when you go through airport security. And no one's going to ask you what this card is when it's sitting in your wallet, or if you have the ring, no one's going to question what this is, because it's just a blank card. By the way, this is my favorite Tangem wallet design. It's the stealth card. There's no branding on it. If you get this one, it comes with 3 cards. 2 of them have no branding, and then 1 has the branding on it. So that's my favorite. Saved by Jesus says, is Arculus a good wallet? Arculus is like the wannabe Tangem wallet, in my opinion. What I like about Arculus is the card is metal, but that's about it. I think Tangem's app is better. They support way more blockchain networks and cryptocurrencies. Also, Arculus's app is closed source, which means the code is private to the company, whereas Tangem's app is 100% open source. Also with Tangem, you get 3 cards, whereas Arculus, you only get 1 card, or 2 to 3 cards with Tangem. But yeah, I have an Arculus wallet. I don't use it. Since I've gotten my Arculus wallet, I've bought 7 more Tangem wallets. Someone's asking about the Seeker phone review. That's like not a priority on my list. I have a ton of new wallets that I'm about to review. I mean, I have the Trezor Safe 7 on the way, which I've already done an impression video. I just released the Ledger Nano Gen 5 review, which is Ledger's newest wallet. Also, I know a lot of you have been waiting for the Rider 1 wallet. So I have that review coming up pretty soon. So yeah. Wyatt says, excited to hear more about Tangem Pay. Yeah, me too. I mean, we're all in the same position there. I don't have any more info about Tangem Pay. I think the last update we got was like 4 months ago. But the last I heard, it's still supposed to come out in select countries by the end of the year. Let's see. I'm Kimberly asks, if you already have Tangem as your wallet, is it good to just get 2 more in case you need to move your crypto off your wallet to reset? I mean, that's one reason you might want another Tangem wallet. But guys, keep in mind, if you already have a Tangem wallet, you can manage multiple Tangem wallets in your one Tangem app. Like diversifying your crypto, especially after what happened to Brian LaRoque, who lost $3 million in XRP because he had all of it on one wallet. Learn from his mistake and don't keep all your crypto on one wallet, especially if you have like whatever you consider a larger amount, whether that's $1,000, $10,000. But yeah, like in my case, on one of my phones, because I have multiple phones for like YouTube and stuff, for recording, doing live streams, and then doing B-roll and stuff. But on one of my phones, I manage 4 different sets of Tangem wallets, all in the same app. And it's super easy to switch between. You just swipe across the top of the screen. So even if you already have a Tangem wallet, you can get more. And it's the most convenient way to diversify your crypto. Is Tangem made in China? Tangem used to be manufactured in China, but the latest wallet I got, they actually manufacture it in Indonesia now. So it's designed and headquartered in Switzerland, and then it's manufactured in Indonesia. And then also Tangem has warehouses all over the world. So depending what part of the world you're in, really determines where they ship the wallet from. So like if you're in the US like me, then their warehouse is in Utah. So if you're on like the West Coast, you'll get your wallet really quickly. If you're on the East Coast, it might take a little longer. Again, it really just depends. Someone's asking, where is the link and description? It's in this live stream. Let me make sure you could pull it up. It might be kind of hard to see if you're on mobile, but if you go back and get on this on your computer, it will definitely be easier. But let me just make sure. I'm going to check my computer. Yeah, the link is right below like my profile where it says Cyberskrilla, and then you just tap more, and there's a description. It says how many people is watching, and then it says buy one Tangem wallet, get one 60% off using my link. So link is in the description of this. You should be able to pull it up on your mobile as well. Otherwise, if you don't want to click the link, but you want the 60% off, then you need to go to tangem.com. You need to click on the family pack, and then you also need to go down to the bottom of the page and enter, I can show you right now. You need to enter my discount code. If you don't enter the Cyber Skrilla discount code, you only get 50% off the other wallet versus the 60% off. So let me show you. If you don't want to click on the link, which is super convenient, this is what you need to do. So let me do. So you just go to tangem.com, and then you want to make sure you're on the family pack. And as you can see, it's already discounted. But to get that extra 10% off for the 60% off, you want to type in Cyber Skrilla and then apply it. And then you can see it's even more off. And then if you want to get 25% off the ring, I think it's 25 off ring. Let me see. I think that's it. Oops. Let's see if that works. It's not 25 off ring, but the link in the description of this live stream will get you also 25% off the ring if that's what you're looking for. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But yeah, I think this is the best deal Tangem has ever had. One of the best deals, like even better than Black Friday, which is just insane. If there's any left, I might order. I just ordered a set. I kind of want the Bitcoin edition. A Little Bits asks, do we have any confirmation that current Tangem cards will work with Tangem Pay? Tangem Pay will work with all crypto wallets. It's not going to just work with Tangem. It'll work with Ledger, Trezor, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, like hot wallets. Tangem Pay will be able to connect to really any wallet. Nicholas says, so I had the ring and 2 cards and I reset everything back, but was not able to get my 3rd card to link back to my ring and 1 card. Is there anything I can do to get that card unlocked? Nicholas, I'm not exactly sure. Just it's really hard to troubleshoot without knowing step by step what you did and kind of what was going on. If you were able to factory reset the card, like I don't know. I don't have enough information. Were you not able to reset that last one, or did you reset it and you couldn't add it back? I guess I would need some clarification. Lavon Lawrence says, hi, what's going on, Lavon? Marty says, love your vids. You have helped me out big time. Awesome to hear that, Marty. Thanks for joining the live stream. Dustin says, my 2 Tangem wallets won't let me swipe back and forth in the app. Did I set it up wrong? I set up the second one in the app just like you showed us, but I can't view both. You should definitely be able to view both. Someone else had that same issue and they were just swiping in the wrong place. I don't think I can show you. It's literally where your portfolio is at the top. I could show you my empty wallet here. So let's see, right here in the Tangem app, where your portfolio is. I only have 1 wallet on this phone. This was for the setup video I did, but you just swipe left or right like this. That's how you switch between the wallets. It's really that easy. Yeah, dude, what's going on? Bull Market Bandit. A Little Bit says, any info on Passport Prime wallet? Nope, I've never used that wallet. Delilah says, does Tangem also support newer Solana-based tokens? So Tangem supports the Solana network, so it's going to support like any meme tokens or anything on that network as well. Uzak, if I'm saying your name correctly, what's going on? It's on paper, says win Indonesia. Corey Mack says, if you're swapping or sending in and out of Tangem, can it hurt you in any way? If you're swapping or sending, I mean, swapping natively in the Tangem app is fine to do. And sending crypto is not like a malicious action. The only thing where you can mess up when you're sending crypto is if you send it on the wrong network. So like obviously if you're sending like ETH, and it's on the Ethereum network on your Tangem wallet, then obviously you would want to receive it on the ETH network at the crypto exchange or wherever you're sending it to. But those are both like generally safe actions. I mean, I swap and send crypto on my Tangem wallet. I've never had an issue. Hi, thanks for all the, Janet says, thanks for all the info. Does the discount apply to the family pack? Yes, the discount is how you get the deal. So the family pack, it's 2 3 packs. You get the first one is full price. And then essentially the second one is 60% off when you use the link in the description. So you're getting 6 cards for $97. And again, you only need two cards to set up one Tangem wallet in the app. You only need 2. So if you're ordering 6 cards, which is the family pack, you can literally have 3 different wallets that you'll be able to set up and use all individually if that's what you want to do. Affordable Prior says, I wish you had a 60% off deal for the ring set. Yeah, me too. If that were the case, I'd probably get another one. I already have 2 rings. But 25% off and free shipping is already pretty good. That's like a 30% off deal. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal already. And yeah, for everyone who says that they're too busy or whatever right now, just know this sale goes, started today's the 27th already. That's crazy. And it goes till November 7th. So, if you need to check with your significant other or you're waiting for a paycheck or whatever it may be, just know you have time. No rush if you can't get it today. So yeah, no worries. Also, Tangem always has deals. Again, this is the best deal that I've seen, I think, period. But Tangem always has deals. So, if you can't take advantage of this deal, they'll have some other deal later on. Nicholas says, I reset my cards and ring because I didn't get a seed phrase. So I factory reset them so I could get a seed phrase, and now I'm locked out of the 3rd card. Yes, but my question is, were you able to reset the 3rd card during the factory reset process? Because if you're locked out of the card, that sounds like you didn't reset it, which could be an issue. Uzak says, what is your opinion about Binance? I don't really have an opinion on Binance. It's not an exchange I've ever used because it wasn't available in the US for a while. But Binance is, I believe, still the #1 crypto exchange in the world. So as far as buying and selling crypto, Binance is fine. But I would never keep my crypto on any crypto exchange like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Robinhood, Uphold, whatever it may be. That's not a place you want to keep where you want to keep your crypto. Crypto exchanges are exchanges. That means they're for trading, buying and selling, swapping one crypto for another. But because crypto exchanges are custodial wallets, which means you don't actually own your crypto, the exchange technically owns your crypto because it's kept in their wallets, controlled by their keys. And that's why crypto exchanges can freeze your funds, lock you out of your account for literally any reason. I was a Coinbase customer for at the time, I think it was 2 or 3 years. I never did anything different. I never changed. I didn't change addresses. I didn't, change wallet addresses or anything. And one day I bought some ETH and I was expecting to get it that day because I really needed it for a project I was trying to get into. And they locked my funds it was 30 days. I was so pissed. And that's when I stopped using Coinbase, sorry. And yeah, I don't keep any crypto on exchanges. Someone says, I bought multiple cards once I saw one of your videos. Super cool, super cool. It's, again, Tangem is one of the easiest wallets to diversify if you're trying to diversify your portfolio, because it's one of the only apps that allows you to really, one of the only cold wallet apps that allows you to manage all your cold wallets in one app, pretty seamlessly. Like I said, I'm on my 8th set of Tangem cards. Now, that's not to say that you need 8 sets or anyone needs 8 sets. You have to understand that I kind of just like collecting cold wallets. I nerd out over cold wallets. I like the different designs. I like having multiple sets and just messing with stuff. So by no means do you need 8 sets of Tangem wallets. But that's how many I have, and that's just how it is. Delilah says, do you have a video on how to create more than one Tangem wallet within the same wallet. Is that what you meant by spreading out your crypto? Delilah, I mean, if you go to the, if you go into the settings in the Tangem app, tap the three little dots and tap add new wallet. That's how you can add multiple wallets to your Tangem app. I do have a video. It's on my older channel. It's another channel where I talked specifically about Tangem. If you just type in on YouTube how to add multiple Tangem wallets to the app, it should pop up. Someone says, how to apply offer, please show it on live screen. Again, if you just click the link in the description, it's already applied for you. I'll show it one more time, but literally just go to the link in the description and it'll take you directly to the page. Everything's already applied. You don't have to do anything except select which wallet you want. So you click on the link, it'll bring you to this page. Make sure you have family pack selected. And then the Cyber Skrilla discount will already be applied. That gives you 10% off. And then the website already has the 50% off applied. So as you can see, the normal price is usually $139. You're getting it for $97, 60% off. And again, you can choose between the classic black and the stealth. I like the stealth. It comes with two unbranded cards. And then for your second set of cards, you can choose any of these ones down here. You can literally choose any of these. And they're all, yeah, it's crazy. You're basically, you're basically getting, you're getting 3 cold wallets for the price of what most cold wallets cost on the market for 1 cold wallet, which is pretty insane. Delilah says, does it make sense to get a second one and spread crypto across different wallets that way? That's really up to you, Delilah. I think diversifying your crypto is something everyone should do. Again, people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Diversifying is one of the only ways to spread your risk in crypto. So in case, you know, you do mess up and make a mistake with your wallet, or, you know, you connect it to like a sketchy website and your wallet gets drained. If you have your crypto diversified into multiple wallets, then at least you don't lose all of it, right? But that really just depends. Like, how comfortable are you with keeping crypto in one wallet? What do you consider a large amount of crypto? What you consider a large amount and what I consider a large amount might not be the same thing. Like, I think a few $1,000s worth of crypto that's a lot of money to have in crypto. And for some people, you know, like Brian, he had $3 million in one wallet and he lost it all. So yeah, it really just depends on your personal risk tolerance. But when it comes to operational security, I think diversifying your assets, not just what you're invested in, but also, you know, where you keep it is crucial. Her Sketnik says, is it not somewhat sketchy that the seed phrase is temporarily hot? Heard people call Tangem a warm wallet. I mean, it's all theory because there has never been a single case of a Tangem wallet seed phrase being compromised or a Tangem wallet in general being compromised. Although the seed phrase feature is newer, it was released in the last few years. Tangem has been around since 2017. They've produced more than 6 million cards. Not a single one has been hacked. The most important thing when you're setting up your Tangem wallet is that you need to make sure you're using the official Tangem app, which is pretty easy to do. You just make sure you download it from the official app stores. Also, when you buy a Tangem wallet, it comes with a little piece of paper with a QR code where it'll take you to the right app on the app store. But that's probably the most important thing. And then obviously set it up in a private location, like not under, you know, cameras watching over your back or something. But the seed phrase, again, yeah, it's only displayed long enough for you to record it. Also, the way the Tangem app is designed, it makes it so like spyware and things like that can't watch your screen. And I made a video about this. It's called, if you just type it on YouTube, is Tangem safe without a screen? In that video, I actually screen recorded my phone while I was setting up the Tangem wallet, and I took a screenshot. And when you go and look look back at the screenshot that I took and the video that I recorded of my screen, it's completely blank. Even though the seed phrase was showing on my screen, when you go and play back the video, there's nothing, it's just empty. There's no seed phrase on there. So they do have a lot of features in the app that would prevent anyone from seeing it for the brief amount of time that is displayed. But yeah, the most important thing and why Tangem is still a cold wallet is because a seed phrase is not stored in the app. Again, it's displayed, you write it down, you move on to the next step. It sends the seed phrases to each one of your cards. And by the time the setup process is complete, it's already erased from the app and stored permanently on the cards. That said, I'll have to do a video on this, but it's really the same process. Tangem made it so you can now easily, you can set up your Tangem wallet with a seed phrase while you're not connected to the internet. So basically what it has you do is when you go to setup, you just scan all the cards first, and this is to verify or to authenticate the firmware. To basically, it'll tell you, these are authentic Tangem cards. Well, it doesn't tell you that, but when you scan them, that's what it's doing. And then you can go through the entire seed phrase process while your phone is in airplane mode, or if you even want to take out your SIM card, whatever you want to do, you can do that. I don't think it's necessary. I've never done that, like thinking it's going to increase my security, but if it makes you feel better, then it's worth it, right? So that is an option. Got mine shipped from Slovenia. Nice. McCavey says, thanks for all your help. Your videos help. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Thanks for joining the live stream. Delilah says, do the cards or ring eventually need to be replaced like hardware wallets do? Delilah, this is a hardware wallet. I want to point that out. It looks a little different, but this is a hardware wallet. So a couple things. Tangem itself is the longest lasting wallet on the market. And what I mean by that is it's designed to be the longest lasting because it only has two components in it, which is the NFC antenna and the secure element chip. It's designed to last a minimum of 25 years, which is why they offer a 25-year product replacement warranty. But that said, no one knows how long the current cold wallet technology will be relevant, or how long it will be good for. Technology is advancing faster than it ever has in history, and that includes like the security side of it. So maybe who's to say 5 years from now, I bet hardware wallets will look a little different. I'm not sure, like security wise, I don't know, but I just imagine things will start to change. So I don't know, I have a lot of cold wallets and I plan to use them until they don't work anymore. That's my plan. But really, like any technology, eventually you do end up replacing it. But the good thing about crypto is your crypto doesn't live on the wallet or in apps or anything like that. Crypto always lives on the blockchain, doesn't exist outside of the blockchain. All of these wallets do is secure the keys that are used to access our crypto. So as long as you have your key, you're going to be able to access your crypto. Yeah, it might suck that you'll have to buy a new wallet, 5 years down the line, or however far away that may be. But it's kind of expected. It's technology, right? But I don't know. I don't know how long until wallets on the market today are obsolete. A little bit says it's generated on the card unless you use your own seed phrase. Yeah, you can set up Tangem without a seed phrase if you want to, as a seedless wallet. That way the seed phrase is never shown on your phone screen. Personally, I like to know my seed phrase. That way I'm not solely relying on the technology on the cards themselves. If you don't have your seed phrase, then you are really limited to just using Tangem. Not a huge issue. If you ever wanted to switch wallets, you would just transfer it to the new wallet or to like a crypto exchange temporarily. But for me, all my Tangem wallets, except for one, is set up with a seed phrase. And the only reason that one is set up without a seed phrase is because it's the first Tangem wallet I ever got back before they even offered a seed phrase. It's the old version right here. And I still use the crap out of this wallet. I do keep crypto on my seedless wallet. I'm not like allergic to the seedless wallets. It's just since I have the choice now, I prefer to use a seed phrase. Joshua is asking, does Ledger Flex let HBAR onto its Ledger Live app? Ledger Live should support HBAR, yes. Yep, but you yeah, you should. You should just be able to open up Ledger Live and then click on Add Account and then search for HBAR and then hit, select HBAR and hit Continue. Nicholas says, can you relink a card if it was locked out after the factory reset? So the only way you could relink a card, Nicholas, is one, if you have your seed phrase, and two, you would have to go through the entire factory reset process again, and then import your seed phrase so that all your cards are linked together. I still don't know what you mean by you're locked out of your card. I don't know what that means. Flippa A says, can Tangem get hacked? So Flippa, I think personally, anything in the world can be hacked. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in the next 3 years, but eventually. That's why, again, like cybersecurity, it's not a destination. You don't just create a product and then, you dust your hands off and you're like, okay, good job, team. Everyone can just go home for the next 10 years and we'll keep selling these wallets. Cybersecurity is a journey. They have to be actively, on top of new like scams and hacks that are coming out. So I think it's technically possible for anything to be hacked, even I'm talking like at a government or military level. But as of today, cold wallets aren't really hacked. There have been very few cases of any cold wallet being hacked. I think the most recent one, like an actual hack where someone was able to access a crypto, I think was like 2020. Someone owned a Trezor Model 1 and he didn't have a PIN set up, and he was able to use some tools to basically hack the wallet and extract the key from the wallet. That specific wallet didn't have a seed phrase, which really helps prevent that physical attack. And then another wallet that was hacked around the same time, maybe a couple years earlier, was one of the cold card models using, I think it was like a fault injection attack, which again, those are all done in labs. And that cold card attack, I think the tool that was used to hack that wallet cost about $200,000. And then of course you have to have the technical know-how. But there have been very few reported cases of wallets actually being hacked. Anytime you see someone lose crypto when it's in a cold wallet, it's because of user error. And oftentimes they have no idea like how they lost that crypto. That's because they never learned the fundamentals of how crypto works and how you secure it. Abdul says, how do I get 60 off? Again, if you want to buy one, go in 60% off the Tangem wallet, the link in the description. That's how you do it. It's already applied. All you have to do is click that link, make sure you click the family pack, and that's the 60% off deal. It's that simple. Kevin says, is it safe to buy from the Tangem app? Probably. I've never done that. But you want to make sure that you enter the discount codes to get the deals. Otherwise, you're not going to get the 60% off. Crypto Potato says, I already have 3 sets of Tangem cards, but this deal looks good. I know what you mean, Crypto Potato. It's hard to pass up a good deal. Not going to lie. Bruce says, I bought Tangem, but I'm having an issue uploading to iPhone 15 Pro. Bruce, what do you mean you're having issues uploading? I don't know what that means. This phone that I'm recording on, this live stream right now, is a 15 Pro, and I have 4 sets of Tangem wallets hooked up to this phone. So it might be a local issue, something with your phone or the cards. You need to make sure your phone's firmware is up to date and make sure the Tangem app is up to date as well. SP says, is this the Quantum Tangem card? There's no such thing as a Quantum cold wallet. The closest thing is a Trezor Safe 7 that recently came out. That is Quantum ready, meaning if Quantum, Quantum proof technology is ever released, then that wallet will be able to implement those updates. but not quantum. Quantum computing and quantum hacks are not really an immediate threat at this point. From what I've heard from experts in the industry, we're anywhere from 10 to 80 years out from quantum computing ever being able to compromise blockchain technology. Also, if we get to that point, that means everything is at risk. The financial industry, healthcare, the military industrial complex. Yeah. Twinkle Bell, where can I find the code? The link's in the description of this live stream. Otherwise, go to tangem.com and then I'll show you again. If you can't find the link in the description, which it is down there, I've already checked, you need to go just type in tangem.com. The 50% is already applied automatically on the website. You need to click the family pack. But to get the full 60%, you need to enter the code Cyberskrilla right here and make sure you click apply. Because if you don't enter that, it's $104 for the family pack. And then when you enter it, it's whatever it was, 90 something. So type that in, tap apply. And now it's $97 and you're getting 6 cards, any mix that you want. Any cards apply here. And again, when you order, you're getting 6 cards. That means you're getting 3. If you want to set it up that way, you could set up 3 separate cold wallets. So you're getting 3 cold wallets for $97 and you get the free shipping. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know how Tangem is making money at this point. I would assume that cards probably don't cost a lot to manufacture because they're just cards. They're just plastic, but still, the deals are just insane. Uh, 352 Lambo says, I asked Tangem to add a compatible token on the wallet. They responded they will add it to a wish list and email me when it's added. Any idea on how long a wish list takes? I have no idea. Usually they prioritize whatever has the most demand. So if you requested a super specific token that no one knows about, I would expect it to take longer. I don't know if exactly that's how it works, but generally from what I've seen them do in the past, they prioritize like what everyone is requesting, you know, whether that's on Twitter or in their emails or on Discord. So yeah. Okay, it's getting hot. I just started working out again after, it's been 6 months since I had my first kid 6 months ago. Just started working out again. This is my 2nd week back at it. And man, I'm sore. I've already messed up my neck. My legs hurt because I haven't done legs for 6 months. But we're getting it, you know, we're getting there. Kimberly says, I already have 2 Tangems with my crypto on it. Am I able to add additional for the same account? Are you asking, Kimberly, you're asking if you can add additional cards to your same wallet? You can do that, but it will be separate sets in the Tangem app. The only way you can do that is if your current Tangem wallet is set up with the seed phrase. When you get your new set of cards, you would just go to settings, then you tap add new wallet, then you scan your card, and then you go to other options, and then you select the import recovery phrase option, and you just import the seed phrase from your current wallet onto the new cards. And that'll, all the cards will be the same wallet, but again, there'll be different sets in the app. Dangerous Dave says, love my Tangem wallet, so easy to use. Yeah, I have yet to find any wallet that is as easy as Tangem. There are some competitors, obviously, none that I really recommend. EliPal Xcard, don't recommend EliPal anymore. Arculus, don't really recommend Arculus. The Rider 1 wallet that I'm going to be reviewing soon, that one, I'd say the Rider 1 is like a hybrid of Tangem and like Ledger or something, right? Because it uses NFC, but it has its own screen. So yeah, I would agree Tangem is the easiest wallet to use. 5 Strawberry Dragon says, thank you so much. I'm happy to hear about this deal. I'm buying another set. Absolutely. And I told you guys about this deal as soon as I knew about it. I think, I don't have like the inside knowledge I think some people believe I have. But again, I found this deal, like I have notifications turned on Twitter, and I saw a Tangem pop up, and this deal was live all of a sudden. And again, they're not going to message me and tell me about this until like probably 3 days later. So I share this stuff as soon as I find it. And that's the case for a lot of the companies. Brian O'Quinn says, Larry Fink talks about tokenizing assets. So when this happens, do you think those assets can be held on a cold wallet? Absolutely, because the way they're going to tokenize assets is on the blockchain, which is what cold wallets just implement the blockchain technology. So as long as the wallets implement whatever network those tokens exist on, then you will be able to. Abdul says, bro, why you're off not working in Qatar? Not sure what you mean. I'm definitely not off work if that's what you're saying. I'm working right now. I was just making some shorts. And yeah, I saw this come up, and so I started a live. What's going on, Nikki? AJ says, how to get 60% off, please show on your phone, please. And then said, bro, why are you ignoring my question? Never, I'm not ignoring anyone's questions. I'm just behind on the chat. And hopefully you've already seen, I've already shown it like 3 times how to get this deal. You literally just click the link in the description, select the family pack, and it's the 60% off's already applied. Max is asking, what is the best practice buying crypto on an exchange? Every time I buy crypto from my bank account, it will hold like 2 weeks till I'm able to transfer it to a cold wallet. So Max, I guess I'm a little confused because you can't buy crypto from your bank account. I'm assuming you mean like you use your bank account to buy crypto on an exchange. In my experience, you want to actually connect your bank account to the whatever crypto exchange you use. Like, don't use a debit card. You want to use like the ACH connection. A lot of the times they use, what is that? Transact, or I think it's Transact, no? To connect your bank account to the exchange. That's always going to get your crypto the quickest. If you're having issues with exchanges holding your crypto, then you need to go to your profile settings. And I'm not sure, depending on what exchange, it could be under security or limits. You need to find where it has your limits and see if you can't up your limits. Because if you're on the lower end, because there's usually rankings, like levels of limits on crypto exchanges. If you're on the lower end, that's probably why you're seeing your crypto get frozen more often. But like what I've done, I have a business account on one of the exchanges, and I've gone through all the steps so that I have maximum limits on everything. And yeah, I don't have any issues. I don't have to wait for my crypto's not held or anything like that. I can buy crypto and instantly send it to my cold wallet. So I would double check your limits and look into how to increase them if that's the case. Twinkle Bell asks, what's the code again? The link's in the description of this live stream to get the 60% off. The code is Cyberskrilla, the name of this channel, except it's one word. That's how you get the full 60% off. Chief2414 says, can you move my Trust stuff to Tangem wallet? Chief, are you talking about your Trust wallet? If so, yes, you can. You would just copy the receiving address from your Tangem wallet, hit the send button in your Trust wallet, paste your Tangem receiving address, and then, send over your crypto. 352 Lambo says, I have Ballet and Ballot and Tangem. Ballot token support's lacking. Tangem has the best token support by far. I would agree. I haven't seen a wallet with better blockchain network support than Tangem. Correct me if anyone knows of any wallet that has more blockchain support than Tangem. Definitely let me know. I'm curious. But Tangem, I think now supports over 86 blockchain networks, which is, I mean, if you have crypto on 86 blockchain networks, you're an absolute degenerate. Jason says, Max, it should only be 5 days max. Something seems fishy with 2 weeks. Not necessarily. There's no set time exchanges will hold your funds. It really depends on the exchange. It could depends on depends on where you live. Um, again, your limits. There's not like a set time. Some exchanges, I guess, like Kraken, it says there will be a 7-day hold for your first purchase. But then I see people with funds held on Kraken all the time, every time they purchase. So I think it really has to do with probably where you live, but more so your personal limits on your account. I'm Kimberly says, thank you for taking time to share your knowledge with us. Learned so much from you. Grateful. Thank you. I appreciate you, Kimberly, and happy that you found value on the channel. Zero Tune 100 says, explain Tangem wallets as if I were a baby. I'll use your link. Use only ledgers currently. Well, Tangem is the same. It's also a hardware wallet like Ledger. The point of a hardware wallet is to store the keys that are used to access and manage your crypto offline in a secure environment. Not only that, but it allows you to manage your crypto offline in a secure environment. Pause. I got to disconnect my... Every time I start a live stream, my phone is dead. So I had to disconnect my microphone here, and I'll just be talking through my phone mic. So give me 1 second. Okay. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. But the reason Tangem is so easy is because compared to Ledger, the only thing you need to use your Tangem wallet is your phone, your card, and the Tangem app. You don't have to charge this. You don't have to plug it in. And the app is it's the most simple, straightforward app, in my opinion, on the market. It's easier than using my Chase bank app or any bank app that you have. Tangem, in my opinion, is more straightforward, super lined up. But then whenever you want to transact, like on a Ledger, you would have to physically press a button on the device. With Tangem, when you want to confirm a transaction, all you do is on the Tangem app, you'll hit, let's say you're sending crypto, you'd hit send, you type in the amount of crypto you want to send, then you hit confirm, and then it says hold up your card to your phone. You'll hold it up, and you just signed your transaction. But it's really just the most convenient wallet on the market. It's the most user-friendly too. I like Ledger, I like Trezor, I like OneKey, but there's a reason I use my Tangem wallet honestly 10 times, literally 10 times more than any wallet. It's just too easy. I don't know if I really explained Tangem, but Tangem is a mobile-only NFC wallet. Versus Ledger, you can connect it with Bluetooth, you can connect it to your computer with a USB-C cable, just a couple higher barrier to entries. Mozart said, wouldn't 60% off be 60 to 70 USD? No, so remember, this is buy one at full price, you're getting the second one 60% off. It's not 60% off the entire order, it's 60% off one set of cards. And again, the link to this deal is in the description of the live stream. And again, you have until November 7th to take advantage of this. And I know it says 50% off here, but that's not the case. That's only if you don't use the link in the description or use my discount code, which is Cyberskrilla. Once you add the Cyberskrilla code, it bumps up to 60% off. Also, the link in the description, you get 25% off the Tangem ring if that's something you want to do. Start Life Media, what's going on? Happy to have you here. Twinkle Bell says, what do you mean 3 wallets? It is 2 sets, right? Okay, it doesn't matter the sets. Just get rid of the sets in your mind for a second. If you order 2 boxes of Tangem wallets, it doesn't matter. You can mix all the cards together and then set them up. It doesn't matter. What matters is the number of cards. You need a minimum of 2 Tangem cards to set up 1 Tangem wallet. So if you're getting 2 3-packs, that's 6 cards total, meaning you can set up 3 different wallets, 3 sets of wallets if you want to do that. 2 cards per wallet. Or if you just want to set up 2 wallets, then you can have 3 cards per wallet. It's really up to you. But when you set up a Tangem wallet, you need a minimum of 2 cards or a maximum of 3 cards per set. But just know, if you buy this family pack and you get that, you're getting the second one for 60% off, you're essentially getting 3 wallets. Mendy says, trying to buy one set but not getting 60% off. Mendy, you can't. This is buy one, get one 60% off. That's why. That's the deal. You have to buy one set and get the second one 60% off. To do that, it's the family pack. Again, the link is in the description. You literally don't have to do anything except to tap the link. It takes you to the website and then select the designs you want. It's literally that easy. The discount's already applied. Let me show you again. If you go to tangem.com, or if you just go to the link in the description, it's going to bring you here. Then you want to select family pack, and it's only going to get the 60% off the second set. So look, it's usually $62 for one set. And if you combine both of those together, you can see the original price here is $139. So you're getting, what is that? You're getting over $40 off. Again, you have to make sure the Cyber Skrilla discount code is applied. If you use that link in the description, this is already applied automatically, and the 50% off is already applied on the website, so you're getting the 60% off. And again, you can choose whichever you want. You can choose, my favorite is the Stealth. So I like the Stealth one. It comes with 2 blank cards. And then you can choose from the limited edition collections. Any of these ones also. So you're basically getting this one, just look at it this way. You're getting the first set for the full price, and then you're getting the collection one for 60% off. If you want to, I don't know. That's the easy way to separate it. Either way, you're saving $40 plus you get free shipping. Let's just say that. Okay, let me get back to the... This is not charging my phone very well. Darn it, I don't have my charger in here. Oh well. Hopefully my computer's not going to die. No, we're good. Okay. We're all good. Delilah says, feel bad for Brian. Thanks for sharing the details. I think you're talking about Brandon. Yeah, I mean, it sucks what happened to Brandon, but ultimately that whole thing was a user error. That's what it comes down to. K-Day Hay says, where's the link? It's in the description of this live stream. You need to go wherever the description is. I can't see it because I'm live streaming. If you go on desktop, it's even easier. It's right below my profile name, right below where it says Cyber Skrilla, and then you just select more, and there's a link. It literally says, buy one Tangem wallet, get one 60% off using my link. Deal is good until November 7th. October 27th, today until November 7th. Is that a week? I don't even know. I have no idea. Again, rubber shorts, it's buy one, get one 60% off. You can't buy one and get the 60% off deal. You buy the family pack and you're getting 60% off one. This is a buy one, get one 60% off. That's why it's called the 1+1 campaign. I actually don't like that. I think that, like, what is that? 1+1 campaign? What does that mean? I think Tangem should have just called it the buy one, get one 50% off. I know it says it here. I just don't like when brands try to get like cutesy or fancy with the marketing. Just tell it how it is. Buy one, get one 60% off. That's how it is. Robertson said, thanks for all your vids. Really helped me understand cold storage. Waiting on my new cards now. I'll rewatch before I set mine up. Keep up the great work. You know what? I'm going to add that to the description as well. If you've never set up a Tangem wallet, I recently released a brand new user guide that shows you exactly how to set up your Tangem wallet and how to transfer crypto to your Tangem wallet from an exchange, and how to transfer crypto back to the exchange if you ever need to. So I'm going to update the description right now. In case anyone wants to see that user guide, it'll be down there as well. Let me just add that real quick. Tangem wallet user guide. And I'll update that. Okay, the user guide is also in the description. If you've never used a Tangem wallet before, this is the easiest wallet to set up on the market. I'd say it's just about as easy as setting up a hot wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, Exodus, whatever you might have used. Delilah says, if someone were to lose a Tangem Ringer card, would they just import their seed phrase into a new Tangem Ringer card? Yeah, exactly. If you have your seed phrase, then you would just import it in. It doesn't even have to be a Tangem wallet, Delilah. If you have your seed phrase, you can import that into any brand of wallet that that uses the seed phrase option, which is most wallets on the market today. That'd be Ledger, Trezor, OneKey, Keystone, SafePal, like all these different wallet brands use the BIP 39 standard, which is how seed phrases are created. So yeah, you're not even stuck with the Tangem brand if you have your seed phrase. You can use another wallet if you need to. Christianity Core says, for hardware wallets with a screen, do you think a Trezor will be able to last at least a decade? I have Tangem, but I want to rotate into a wallet that has a screen. Again, it's hard to say. Like, I think it's very possible that the hardware, yes, can last a decade. Will the actual wallet technology still be good enough by then? I have no idea. I can't tell you that. But just look at like gaming devices. Like I have a Nintendo 64 from whenever they released that still works. So it really just depends kind of how well you take care of it. I'm Kimberly says, is there a good way to contact Tangem and actually get a response? I've emailed them 4 separate times. We did it through their website. So yeah, maybe you should have reached out at support@tangem.com. That's their official email. If you don't get a response there, what I like to do is reach out to them on Twitter or X on their official account, send them a DM there, or comment on one of their most recent posts. That's a good way to get their attention. Also, I'm not a huge fan of Discord. Like I think Discord is like a good way to get scammed. But if you go into Tangem's Discord, which is on their website, they also have a ticket section where you can open a ticket. So you have a few different options. But I would honestly, if you're not getting a response through email, also make sure to check your spam folder. Check your spam folder, make sure they didn't reply there. But if you're not getting a response through email and it's been, a couple weeks, then I would definitely reach out on Twitter. And I would try commenting on one of their, like when they post today or tomorrow, like just leave a comment on there. And I bet someone will reply. They might just, urge them to look into your email. Okay, let's see. Art Panic says, how about the fact that it uses a single address only, and it's not an HD wallet. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about that necessarily, but Tangem it should be coming out with multiple receiving address support. I think by the end of the year, but I don't know what you want me to say about that. It's never affected me. People say they want multiple address support for increased privacy, which I get to some extent, but just know the blockchain is a digital public ledger. Every single thing you do on the blockchain is publicly available for anyone to look at. Doesn't matter if you have 1,000 addresses. Everyone can see what you're doing. If you're sending crypto between addresses, they can see that. They can link all your addresses. The blockchain is literally a public ledger. So I don't know. It's never affected me. I understand why people want it. It makes them feel good. And they should be coming out with that eventually. And the cool thing about Tangem is there's no firmware updates, which, there's obviously pros and cons to that. But whenever Tangem releases a new feature, like you don't have to update the wallet. You just update the app on your phone, which everyone should know how to do that. And in some cases, if you have like automatic app updates turned on, you don't have to do anything. And you just wake up and you got new features. So whenever that feature is released, it'll just be an app update. Someone said this video format's hiding the like button. I don't think so, but maybe. It's got 90 likes. So also, I don't know if this, definitely like the video if it's what you want to do. I don't really care. But there's like a new hype button on YouTube. I don't know if they have it on live streams, but if you see a hype button, you should hit the hype button and see what happens. I don't know the difference between the hype and the like button. I don't know if there's a difference. But if there's a hype button, let's hype it up and let's just, I don't know. Let's blow this up. Mr. Jacoon says, nice, somehow I caught you live. Cool. Glad you could catch me, and thanks for being on the live stream. MM says, I wear a 10.5 in rings. Should I go with 10 or 11 since there's no half? I don't know. That's a tough question. I'm not like an expert, a jewelry expert. Let me think here. I mean, honestly, it depends on how a 10.5 fits you. If a 10.5 is already tight on you, my guess is you'd want to buy the size up. My Tangem ring, so I don't know what I am. I'm like a 10, I think. I think I'm a 10. But I have my wedding ring is a different material than my Tangem ring. My wedding ring, if I wash my hands and I'm shaking them off, my wedding ring will actually fly off. This one actually stays on really good. Like, see it? I'm pulling pretty hard and it takes some good force to come off. So this does stay on your finger really well. And it's a lot lighter material. So like my wedding ring is really heavy. This one's super lightweight. So it's not trying to fall off my finger. It stays in place, doesn't wiggle around. It moves my skin with it. That said, if you get the size that's like a little too large, if you go on Amazon and type in ring reducer pads, they have little inserts that you can put on the inside of the ring, and it effectively shrinks the ring to whatever size you actually are. So that's an option as well. 510 says, I've had a Ledger for 5 years and it's still working great. Yeah, me too. I'm going on almost 6 years of owning this Ledger Nano X. The battery did die, but it still works plugged in. So yeah, that is some real world feedback. Nerf Singh says my Tangem was hacked. No, it wasn't. Definitely was not hacked. You would have to provide like some more details maybe, if you wanted to elaborate on that. But if your Tangem were hacked, you'd be the first case ever, which I highly doubt. If someone did take crypto from your wallet, not trying to be like rude or anything, but it was user error. There's lots of ways that you could lose your crypto even when using a cold wallet. But I definitely, if you want to post like without sharing any personal information, like tell us what happened, and we could maybe try to like troubleshoot what happened here live so other people could learn from it. But there's no way your Tangem was actually like hacked. You probably fell for a scam, unfortunately. I'm sorry that happened. Geo Bust, how far behind are we on this chat, man? Let me see here. I'm going to check on my computer where we're at, because I'm trying to answer everyone's question. We're decently behind here. Shout out to everyone just joining the live stream. If you're just joining, again, the link to get, it's buy one Tangem wallet, get another one 60% off. One of the best deals they've had. If you can't see that link in the description for whatever reason, you can also just go to the Tangem website. The 50% off is already applied. The 50%, but to get the additional 10% off, you need to type in my discount code Cyberskrilla. So let me show you. Again, the link, if you use a link in the description, you don't have to do anything. Everything's already automatically applied. If you go directly to the website, it's going to bring you here. You want to make sure that you select Family Pack and make sure you apply this discount code down at the bottom. You want to enter it here and then make sure you hit apply. That'll give you an additional 10% off. So you're getting one for full price, and then you're getting a second set for 60% off. So you're getting 6 cards, 2 boxes for $97, and that includes free shipping. And also, if you use a link in the description, you get 25% off the Tangem ring plus free shipping if you're interested in getting the ring. But again, all these wallets, you could choose from any of these ones to get 60% off. They have a bunch of different designs. Oh, the Bitcoin pizza one is one of my favorite they came out with. Let me turn this down here. It looks too bright. There we go. But yeah, you're getting 6 cards for 97 bucks. And like I've been telling everyone remember 6 cards means you can set up 3 separate wallets because you only need 2 Tangem cards to set up 1 wallet. So if you have 6 cards, you can set up 3 separate wallets, all with their own keys, and manage them all in the same Tangem app on your one phone. So super cool. Clydal says, how is the Arculus wallet? Again, the only thing I like about Arculus over Tangem is that the card is metal. Other than that, Tangem is better in every aspect. Tangem has more features. They support more cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks. The app is better in Tangem. Arculus comes with 1 card. Tangem comes with 2 to 3 cards. What else? Oh, Tangem app. The Tangem app is 100% open source. Arculus is 100% closed source. Yeah. Rob123 says, what if you lose password but have a card? Rob, are you talking about the access code or the seed phrase? If you lose your access code, depending how you have your card set up in the settings, you should be able to reset it. MG says, yo, just joined, and this was like a while ago because I'm so behind, but shout out to MG. Lydia says, dang it, just bought some before this sale. I will say, if you've ever considered diversifying your crypto into multiple wallets, and if you haven't consider it now, because it is a good way to spread your risk. Also, if you have anyone or know anyone who's just getting into crypto, a Tangem wallet is probably one of the best gifts. Not only can you, gift them the wallet, but if you know how to set them up, show them how to set it up and teach them why this is a secure way to store your crypto and why you don't want to keep it on exchanges. So it can be like a cool lesson. A lot of parents buy these cards for their kids, which is super cool. And instead of just giving them crypto, they buy them a Tangem wallet and, they walk them through the setup process and kind of teach them how it works, why you want to use a cold wallet. So yeah, just some things to consider. Mendy says it's not applied, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, Mendy. The link in the description, it applies it automatically. The website already applies it. Literally, if you go to tangem.com, the 50% off is already applied. And then you just enter Cyberskrilla down at the bottom to get the additional 10% off if you don't want to use the link. So I'm not sure. If you're trying to just buy one wallet, you don't get the 60% off. It's buy one, get one 60% off. You have to select the family pack. Puss in Boots says, how much better will Trezor 7 be? That's hard to say. They're 2 completely separate wallets, and better is better and best, and all those terms are really subjective and dependent on what you need. Trezor is the first hardware wallet ever made. They have a solid reputation. They support a lot less cryptocurrencies than other wallets. Tangem and Ledger and OneKey all support more cryptos than Trezor. That's a choice by Trezor. They just don't want to support certain networks. That's just what they've chosen to do. But what I always say, like most wallets on the market today, with the exception of a few that I would never use, they're all going to secure your crypto pretty equally. So at that point, it comes down to like, what user experience do you like? What security features do you want? Trezor has like some additional security features, like you can do multi-phrase backup, which is like a version of Shamir backup where you can split your seed phrase into multiple shares, and like all this advanced stuff that not everyone really cares to do because it just makes things more complex. So it kind of depends on your experience level and what you're looking for. I think as a whole, the Trezor Safe 7 is it's a great looking wallet. I'm excited for it. Mine's shipping this week. I might have it by the end of the week. But yeah, in terms of like better, I don't know what to tell you. It really depends. Ron Watkins says, if I get a Tangem now, will I be able to take advantage of the multiple address per token? Yeah, as far as I know, again, all these updates that come out for Tangem, all you have to do to get the updates is update the Tangem app. That's how all the updates have worked. So. Look, let me show you something. For everyone who's saying it's not working. Let me wait for this ad to be up. Again, the link in the description, it does take you directly to the website. Let me take out my screen here. Super bizarre. Okie dokie. That's so weird that that's showing up. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, look. So this is a live stream on my computer. I got the chat over here. This is a live stream. If you go down right here, you can see it says right here, buy one Tangem wallet, get one 60% off. We'll click on this link. It takes you directly to tangem.com. Have to verify I'm human. And there you go, tangem.com. And then you select the family pack and the discount's already applied. It's 97 bucks. That's how you get the deal. That's simple. Oh my goodness. Okay. Andrea says, can your iPhone get hacked with Tangem? What do you mean by that, Andreas? Your iPhone can get hacked anytime, whether you're using Tangem or not. So your iPhone getting hacked has nothing to do with Tangem. Zellyman says, is there a code instead to just enter on the website? Yes, it's Cyberskrilla, one word. 510 CO says, do you have experience and knowledge of ledgers? Yes, I own every ledger wallet on the market. The ledger was the first hardware wallet I ever bought back in 2020. Twinkle Bell says, how many wallets can you put on the ring? Again, you can set up one wallet in the Tangem app is either 2 or 3 cards, including the ring. So that'd be a ring and 2 cards. That's one wallet. John, what's going on, John? Shout out to John. Happy to see you on another live stream. Dossie14 says, how can you make from the 2 wallets that you buy, make 3 wallets? So again, when you set up the Tangem wallet in the app, you only need 2 cards to set up a wallet. So you would set up the first wallet with 2 cards. And then once those are set up, you go to settings, you tap add new wallet, you set up 2 more cards. And then once that's set up, you go to settings, you tap add new wallet, and you set up the last 2 cards. 2 cards per wallet. Suede Hez says, do you ever worry that your 24-word seed phrase might be assigned to someone else's new wallet one day? Absolutely not. That's math. It's mathematically, it's virtually impossible. The possible number combinations of seed phrases is so large that, yeah, it's impossible. Like you're more likely to get struck by lightning every single day of your life and survive every single day than someone is to ever guess or get your seed phrase. Ron Watkins, yes, the current cards will work with the multiple address per token feature. Delilah says, if you have 2 Tangem rings, how do you determine which is which? Well, you would just need to separate them physically, or when you scan them in the app, it'll tell you which one it is. 510 says, I've always wondered with Ledger if you use features on their app like swapping where you need to link your device. Is that a security risk? Generally not, because when you like swap crypto, depending on what third party it's using, usually when you swap crypto on a cold wallet, it's actually sending the crypto to the third party. They do the swap for you, and then they send the crypto back to your wallet. Mr. Jukun says, does Ledger normally do a massive sale during Black Friday? Yes. So last Black Friday, you guys might have to help me remember. I think they did. I think they did 30. I want to say they did 30% off or 40% off. I think it was one of the two, 30 or 40% off everything. That's why I say I think this is one of the, if not the best deal I've ever seen on their website. So hopefully they have some banger deals this Black Friday. Mikey Mike says, new to wallets, what's the benefit of multiple cards? So with Tangem, the reason you get multiple cards, a minimum of 2, is when you set up your Tangem wallet, you have the option to set it up without a seed phrase, and the seed phrase is the key to accessing your crypto. So with most wallets like Ledger or Trezor, even hot wallets like MetaMask, when you set up your wallet, you get a seed phrase. It's 12 to 24 random words. Those words are the keys to accessing your crypto on the blockchain. As long as you have those keys, you can always access your crypto, even if you lose your wallet. But since Tangem allows you to set up your wallet without a seed phrase, if you choose that option, then only your cards are your backups. So that's why you get multiple cards. That way, if I lost a card, I can still access my crypto. At that point, if you ever get to a point where you're down to 1 card, you'd want to probably send your crypto to another wallet or exchange temporarily, and then, re-up and buy some more cards or buy a new wallet. But that's why I choose to use the seed phrase option with Tangem, so I don't have to worry about that. Braun says, will Tangem support Lightning deposits? They don't currently. I don't know if they have any plans to in the future. Griff 6072 says, is a 12-word seed phrase with Tangem still super secure, or do I need to somehow change a 12 to a 24-word? I think you meant to say. 24-word is always going to be technically more secure because it is longer and more random. No one's 12-word seed phrase has ever been compromised, meaning it's never been guessed. Again, a 12-word seed phrase is still mathematically impossible to guess. So it's kind of up to you. 12-word seed phrases are fine. If you have the option, I usually choose to go with the 24-word seed phrase. I will take the ring to Mordor says, I'm not a math major, but that is not 60% off. Just saying, yes, it is. Again, this is buy one, get one 60% off. You're getting 60% off one wallet. It's not 60% off your order. Trust me, I did the math. This is 60% off one wallet. Mr. Jakun, why not LAPal anymore? Watch my latest video. I explain my personal interactions I had with LAPal and why I don't recommend them. ATV says, suggest some crypto debit cards available. I don't have any suggestions for you right now. I'm sorry. Blue Bus Driver says, would it make sense to set up a new seed phrase for additional wallets? You rock. Thank you. Whenever I get a new Tangem wallet, I always set up a new seed phrase. It really depends on, what you want to do. D'Angelo says, what don't you like about Arculus wallet? I've already said, Arculus is 100% closed source. I don't like using 100% closed source anything. At least with Tangem, the app is 100% open source. If something's 100% closed source, there's no way you can verify that anything the company says is true. So if the app that Arculus uses to generate the seed phrase or whatever had a backdoor, you would never know that because it's closed source. Also, I just believe the Tangem app is more user-friendly, has more features than Arculus. It supports more blockchain networks than Arculus. Arculus comes with 1 card and is more expensive. Tangem comes with 2 or 3 cards and is still more affordable. The list goes on. Hosea says, is going 1 Tangem with a seed phrase and 1 seedless a good strategy? That's up to you. just know the risks of using both. Obviously, if you use a seed phrase, make sure you never share that seed phrase with anyone. That's why Tangem offers a seedless solution. As long as you know that, you're safe to use a seed phrase. If you're using the seedless option, just know that you're solely reliant on the cards. If for some reason, even though it's extremely unlikely, if you had 3 Tangem cards and you didn't have the seed phrase for it and you lost all 3 cards, or they all got damaged somehow, then you would lose access to your crypto. That's why I like to know my seed phrase. You can put the seed phrase, you can put it into a metal plate where it's fireproof, waterproof, all that good stuff. Whereas if you put a Tangem card in, you could put it in like a safe or something, but even then, the fire would eventually probably burn it up versus like a metal titanium or 304 stainless plate you can store your seed phrase in is not going to burn like this plastic card would. So basically, if you have a seed phrase, you just have more options to back it up more securely, and you can create more backups. Puss in Boots just said, just bought. Thanks for the tip. Hope these guys are legit. I don't know what you mean by hope they're legit. They've been around for almost, they're going on 9 years. We have literally thousands of people here on the channel that have gone with Tangem. And I'm talking from kids, like literally like 12-year-olds to, I think the oldest I've seen using a Tangem wallet here on the channel is a 76-year-old. We have a couple 70-year-olds. Shout out to all you senior citizens out there. But yeah, Tangem is a good wallet in my experience. Natalie Bott says, how long is the offer valid for? October 27th to November 7th. I guess I should zoom out here. Oh, Plaid. That's what it was. When you're connecting your bank account on the exchange, it's Plaid. Yes, thank you. Abdurrahman. I don't know. Any advice? Is it time to buy crypto or should I wait? You shouldn't ask for investment advice on YouTube, my friend. That's what I would say. Alejandro says, I've been trying to get the offer, but Tangem website is not working and the app doesn't show the 50% off. I don't know what you mean by the website isn't working. Maybe you might be in a different location, but the website is working. Even if I open up an incognito tab and go use a link in the description that I have in the description, it takes me right to the website. If it's not working now, try again later and it'll work. This sale goes till November 7th. The link in the description will still be available even after this live stream ends. I'll also post it on my channel in the community tab. Marky Mark, maybe. Is it possible to configure Tangem similar to passphrase? So Tangem does have a passphrase feature. It's a little different to implement. I have a video on YouTube how to do it. If you just type in how to add passphrase to Tangem wallet, the video should pop up. Curly hair dude said, where's the link? I already went to the channel bio. It's not in the channel bio. It's in the description of this live stream. Guys, it's in the description of the live stream. Look right here. This is the live stream. This is me right here. This is the title of the live stream. Here's my account name. And right below it is this here. It probably looks like this. Right here, you want to click more. Buy one, get one 60% off using my link. Then we click this link. It takes you directly to, why is this so bright? It takes you to tangem.com, and then it has my promo codes already applied. And that'll get you, and then you select family pack. That's, you're getting one full price and one for 60% off. So again, description, link, website, family pack. If you just want to go to the website, oh, there we go. If you just want to go to the website to get the 60% off, the 50% off's already automatically applied when you select the family pack because it's buy one, get one 50% off. To get the additional discount, you want to, you select add promo code and you type in this one right here, Cyberskrilla. That gets you the additional 10% off. If you're trying to get the ring and you want 25% off, you would put in both of these codes as well. Cyberskrilla 15 off ring, and you'll get 25% off. And also know that both of these deals are free shipping. So as far as delivery, I can't tell you anywhere else. But if you're in the United States, expect 1 to 3 business days after your order is dispatched. Okay, I lost my spot here. Where were we? Where are we at, chat? Where are we at here? To the ATV person, I'm not going to suggest any crypto debit cards. Stop asking, please. Gotsat says, is the Tangem ring on sale too? Yes, again, 25% off the Tangem ring right now, plus free shipping. If you use a link in the description, or if you apply those 2 codes at checkout or at the promo code section. Again, those 2 codes are Cyberskrilla and 15 off ring. Uh, 510 says, so if someone gets your card and phone, then you can lose it all. No, because they still need to know your access code. Your access code is the password for using your card. If they don't have the access code, they can't use your Tangem wallet. Twinkle Bell says, how about daily use? Do I need to do a daily check in the portal? I don't know what you mean by that. Do I keep the card on me? That's up to you. I can't answer that for you. You don't need the card to check your portfolio. You just open the Tangem app using biometrics if you have it set up that way, and you can check your portfolio. 510 says, low key, seems like you're shilling for them. You're skipping certain questions. I'm answering every question that I possibly can. I don't really skip questions unless they're just repeat questions that I've already answered. So yeah, I'm definitely answering as much as I can. If you don't like the live stream or you're not finding it valuable, no one is forcing you to be here. Let's see. Jingram says, when I set up my wallet, I had it store seed phrase in the app. No, you didn't. Can I pull my seed phrase out so I have it instead of being stored in the app? You can't store the seed phrase on the app. That's Tangem doesn't offer that. If you set up a seed phrase, it's stored on your card. So yeah, that's not even a thing. A little bit says, why do you need 2 cards if you use your own seed? That's just how Tangem sells them. And you just have 1 extra backup. I mean, it's not really a big deal anyways, right? I mean, why not have an extra card? That's like if Ledger sent you 2 wallets, you know, like, well, why wouldn't you want 2 wallets? I don't know. I've already answered this question like 2 times, but yes, the current Tangem cards will support multiple address features. Riptide says, what happens if you lose your phone? So if you lose your phone, all you have to do on your new phone is download the Tangem app, scan one of your cards, enter your access code, and you're back in. Why do you need 2 cards? Again, it's just an additional backup because Tangem does offer the option to set up the wallet without a seed phrase. So they just by default ship you a minimum of 2 cards. Also, the app requires 2 cards to set up a wallet. That's just how they created the app. What if you lose one or both of them? If you lose all of your cards and you don't have a seed phrase, you would lose access to all of your crypto. If you lose all of your cards and you do have a seed phrase, the seed phrase is what ultimately gives you access to your crypto. You can always enter that seed phrase back into a new Tangem wallet or a Ledger wallet or a Trezor wallet and regain access to your crypto. Lala Kelly says, will wallets be required to have KYC and AML in the near future? No, that doesn't really make any sense. They're not exchanges. They don't manage money. So no, there would never be a scenario where the cold wallet would need KYC or AML. Only Unrated says, is the in-app staking safe since I use third party for staking? Is my wallet now a hot wallet? If you do your staking, no, your wallet's not a hot wallet. There are general risks with staking that have nothing to do with Tangem or their third parties. There just are some risks to staking that I would consider, but in general, staking through cold wallet native apps is fine. Big Joe IRL says, so many people are getting their crypto robbed at the moment. It's terrifying. Yeah, it is absolutely terrifying, and it's been that way since 2011, shortly after Bitcoin was released. One of the first biggest hacks was this guy who had his Bitcoin wallet private key stored in an encrypted file on his computer. He downloaded some malware onto his computer. They stole his key. They got into his encrypted file, stole his key, and they stole 25,000 Bitcoin, not $25,000 worth of Bitcoin, but 25,000 Bitcoin. Again, this was back in 2011. But that was like one of the first big hacks. And yeah, people have been getting scammed since. And that's why cold wallets were, the first cold wallet came out in 2014, I believe, which was Trezor. That's one of the main reasons they were created, because there's really no other solution that allows you to generate, manage, and secure your key all in one place. Is the Tangem ring on sale? Yes, it is. I've already answered that. Edward269 says, I already have a Nano S Plus, as do I. Would it be good for me to get a Tangem alongside the Ledger? I mean, only you know that. Only you know that, Edward. If you're looking to diversify your crypto into multiple wallets, then yeah, I think Tangem could be a good option for you to try. If you don't want to diversify your crypto and spread your risk, and your ledger is working fine for you, then I don't see why you would need another wallet. It just depends on what you want. Davor522 says, what do you think about Revolut? I've never used it. Definitely not a place you want to keep your crypto. You don't want to keep your crypto on centralized exchanges. Fine for buying and selling. Do not keep your crypto there. NFL Movies and Guitar says, do you need a code for the deal? Again, if you use the link in the description, all the deals are automatically applied. If you don't use the link in the description, you need to enter the code CyberSkrilla once you get to the website, and that'll give you the total 60% off. 510 says, does the ring replace having one of the cards? Yes, it does. So when you order the ring, it comes with the one ring and two cards. So you're essentially getting a 3-pack. Safao says, where are you from? I'm from the US. A little bit says, Tangem is a good wallet if you need a crypto wallet to travel or use daily. It's very durable. 100% agree. It's the best travel wallet, in my opinion and in my experience. I've never traveled with any wallet but Tangem. Hawaii China says, if Tangem app and company doesn't exist anymore, how do you recover my wallet with only the card and PIN code? So they have an entire article written about this. If you want to go read it, just type in that exact question on Google. But a couple things. If you have your seed phrase, then you don't rely on Tangem at all. You can take your seed phrase and import it into any wallet and access your crypto there. If you don't have a seed phrase, the Tangem app is 100% open source. The code that's used to build the app is available to everyone in public on GitHub. That won't disappear. So anyone who has the technical know-how can basically rebuild the app. You could also have AI rebuild it for you. That said, the app doesn't magically disappear from your phone if the company goes out of business. As far as the functionalities of the app, the basics like sending and receiving crypto, they don't rely on Tangem servers. Those functions rely on the blockchain networks. So you'll still be able to send and receive crypto, which is really all you would need to be able to do anyways to get your crypto off the wallet. So yeah, that's how you would do it. Someone asked if I could just put my WhatsApp number here. Absolutely not. Someone says, when will Tangem support .bnb and .sol addresses? No idea. I think they just support, they just launched support for the ENS names though recently, so that's cool. Twinkle Bell says, when you want to connect to a DEX, can I select a Tangem wallet? I have not yet seen one connect directly to a DEX or something like that. So you don't, in my opinion, you should not be connecting your main cold storage wallet to any decentralized platform. You risk signing a malicious contract. And even if it's a trusted DEX like Uniswap on for like Ethereum or Jupiter for Solana, even if that contract is safe today, if you're signing an unlimited spend approval and that platform is ever hacked in the future, the hackers will be able to drain your wallet because you've already signed that spend approval. So that's why I say you don't want to connect your main cold storage wallet to external apps like that. That said, you can do it. I've connected one of my Tangem wallets to my favorite DEX. It's called Pond 0x. And the way you do that is you go to settings, tap the three little dots in the app, and then you tap Wallet Connect. And then Wallet Connect is how you connect to really any decentralized application. And then just follow the steps on screen. So you can do it. I don't recommend doing it if you're using Tangem as your main cold storage wallet. If you're solely using it as like your trading wallet or whatever, then that's fine. Someone asks again, is staking safe in Tangem? I've already answered the question. It is, in general, it's safe to stake using the cold wallet apps, but there are risks to staking in general that have nothing to do with Tangem or any other cold wallet. Central Coast Crypto says, just set up my Tangem wallet thanks to your video. Awesome. Glad it was helpful and good job. J Ben says, do you think there's a risk of having a Tangem ring and getting robbed by someone who knows what it is? Well, that's the thing. The only reason someone would know that you have a Tangem ring is if you tell them. There are literally millions of rings on the market that look exactly like Tangem that are just normal rings. There's no branding on this ring. There is branding on the inside, but you can barely see it. You have to get it in the right light. That's all there is. And no one can just walk by and scan your ring. It doesn't work like that. You have to take the ring off. So yeah, no one's going to know that you're wearing a crypto wallet on your finger unless you tell them. Someone posted something here in another language, and I can't read it because it doesn't have the translate, so I'm sorry. Margaret Nist 4249 says Cyberscroll is a 60% off, still valid for Tangem. Yes, it's going on till November 7th. Again, link is in the description, or just go to the website, tangem.com, select the family pack, and then at the bottom, you want to input the promo code Cyberscrolla to get the full 60% off. Cyberscrolla is one word. Shout out to Valastra from Sydney, Australia. Says they're new to Bitcoin and getting a Tangem from watching and learning from you. Thank you. Awesome. Well done. Also getting a cold wallet for your Bitcoin. AJ says, if I swap crypto like USDT to Bitcoin or Ethereum, with Changely or some other swap DEX in Tangem, is there any chance that my fund can be drained in Tangem if I swap, or is it safe to swap? It's safe to swap in Tangem. Just know that the fees are probably higher with those third parties than just using a dedicated external exchange. Tangem Ring is on sale too, with that link in the description. It's 25% off and free shipping. Caspa AG says, can I deposit Monero that I just mined directly to it? Tangem doesn't support Monero, so no. Delilah says, if you're getting 2 sets of 3 cards, isn't one main card set up and then the other 2 are backups, or are they each separately set up? Again, it doesn't, just ignore all that. It's just the number of cards. Just focus on the number. You only need 2 cards to set up one wallet. If you set up a Tangem wallet with 2 cards, 1 card is the primary card and 1 card is the backup card. That doesn't really matter. It has really nothing to do. It's just like an identifier. But just look at it like that. If you set it up with 3 cards, then yes, 1 card will be the primary card, the other 2 will be the backup. It doesn't really matter. And again, you could buy 100 different Tangem cards, like bunch of boxes, and then you can mix them all together, and you could still set them up 2 by 2 and have a bunch of different wallets. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you're setting up 2 or 3 cards per wallet, that's what makes a set. Hopefully that made sense. I'm sorry if I'm trying not to be confusing, so I hope that is clear. Ruffin says, is my money protected from courts with this wallet? That, I don't know. Like if someone came to you and was like, hey, we need your crypto, that's really going to be up to you if you decide to give them the keys to your crypto or not. They can't forcefully take it. No one has access to your keys. The keys would have to come from you physically. So, that would be up to you. But Ruffin, just to be clear, the Tangem wallet doesn't store money. It protects the keys that are used to manage, control, and access your crypto, just like any cold wallet, just like any crypto wallet. For anyone who says the links aren't working, they are working. I've checked them 100 times. Even if they aren't working, you literally just go to tangem.com and type in the code cyberskrilla at the bottom. But I'll show you again, just in case. In case anyone doesn't like clicking links, I completely get it. You don't have to click the link in the description of this. You can just go to tangem.com. I'll literally show you exactly what to do right now. Let me show you here. So if you don't want to click the link in the description, which automatically applies everything for you, we can just go to tangem.com. Right? So here we are, tangem.com. Then you want to go over here, get Tangem. Now, if you look here, okay, my code's already applied because I've got cookies, but let me just okay. So you'll come to the website, then you click on the family pack. The family pack is already automatically 50% off. But if you want that additional 10% off to get the full 60% off, and again, remember, this is buy one, you're buying one for full price, you're getting the second one for 60% off. So if you want the full 60% off, the next thing you need to do, come down here, just enter the code cyberskrilla, one word. Cyberskrilla, CYBERSCRILLA. Then you just tap apply. And then if you go back up to the family pack, you can see it's $97. So you're getting one for full price and then one for 60% off. And then you can choose which design you want. Super cool. Again, my favorite design overall is the stealth cards. It's this one right here. And it comes with 1 branded card and 2 blank cards. And then, obviously choose whatever design down here that you think is cool. Of course, the cat one is cute because who doesn't like cats? My personal favorite, I really like the Bitcoin one. I just think it's like a nice gold card. Obviously not super discreet, but yeah. Also, if you want the 25% off on the Tangem ring and you don't want to click any links, then you would apply the same cyberskrilla code, but then type 15 off. Oh, what am I doing? Keyboard down here. Just type 15 off ring. And that'll get you the full 25% off the ring as well, if you're looking at the ring. So again, go to tangem.com, select get Tangem, make sure you enter this code, make sure you're on the family pack, and you get the buy one, get one 60% off. Bam. Let's see. Backseat quarterback says, hi, cyberskrilla. I got a safe pal set up on phone 1. If I imported it to my phone 2 using my seed phrase, was that the right way? I intend to get a cold wallet like Tangem. Just wanted to know if I did the import right. What do you mean you imported it into your phone? Backseat quarterback. Are you using the SafePal hot wallet app so you don't have an actual SafePal cold wallet? If you if you're saying that you took your seed phrase from your SafePal cold wallet and imported it into the SafePal app, that is not the right way. You just made it a hot wallet. So hopefully you didn't do that, but I would need more clarification on kind of what you mean. Fordham Dunnington says, what's the next easiest cold wallet after Tangem? Honestly, I would say either the new Trezor Safe 7. I haven't used it yet, to be fair, but it works with all the devices. So it works with Mac, Windows, Linux, computers. It works with iOS and Android mobile devices, and it works with tablets. So that one's going to be super easy to use and set up. Other than that, I would say either the Ledger Flex, but now also Ledger's new entry-level, Ledger came out with the new Ledger Nano, the Ledger Nano Gen 5. And again, you can set this one up using your phone as well. So I'd say probably something like the Ledger Nano Gen 5 or the Ledger Flex. Trezor Safe 7, also Rider 1. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for the Rider 1 review. I do have it. Actually, I have two of them. This is, I've already opened it. I have the Rider 1 right here. So stay tuned, because that'll probably be, the Rider 1 is like right in between a Ledger and Tangem. Let me scroll to the bottom of the chat here because I'm way behind. Let's see what's going on. So these are the latest chats. Lindov says, question, should I put my phone in airplane mode to do the seed phrase? You don't have to, but you can if you want to. I don't personally. To generate your seed phrase offline with Tangem, you would, you just turn your phone on airplane mode. This deal goes until November 7th. It's right here. It's today till November 7th. The 3 shades of blue looks cool, says Fordham. I agree. How to generate seed phrase offline with Tangem. You just turn airplane mode on. Any hack, Tangem has never been hacked. What are the risks of staking? Look up the video how to stake on YouTube. Type in how to stake crypto and watch my video. I go over the risks in there. MM says, I just ordered the wallets with the ring. I got the discount link is working. Thank you for the feedback. Glad it's working. Okay, this is huge. JB Stones 99 says, is Tangem Web3 compliant? I heard it is not. Therefore, the big push to get off Tangem to a web wallet like Trust. What's the truth? JB Stone, that's a complete scam. The whole Web3 thing, that's a scam. Anyone who's telling you about the Web3 wallet and to get out of cold wallets, they are trying to scam you. So block that person, never talk to him again. Lindov says, oh my, just purchased a set of three weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, welcome to the club. We've all purchased wallets when they're not on sale. That's just kind of how it goes. That's, just the game we play. He-Man9224 says, is Trust Wallet or Exodus safe to store crypto? Absolutely not. Those are hot wallets. That's one of the worst ways to store your crypto. Those wallets store the keys to your crypto in the app on your internet connected device, which is prone to malware, spyware. That's how most people lose their crypto. You need to get a cold wallet like this one, Tangem. Those store your keys offline, makes it virtually impossible to get to them, which is what you want. A little bit says, if you lose your ring, I would move your crypto to a new wallet. Gotcha. Big Bear's Flight said, hi, Skrilla. I'm also from Australia. Thanks for the alpha. Thanks for the alpha, mate, and for the discounts. Absolutely. Thanks for joining on the live stream. Ron Watkins says, can you recommend any Lightning wallets where you can send Bitcoin on chain? Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Robert says, what if you lost your ring? Well, Robert, the ring comes with 2 backup cards, so you'll still be able to use your wallet using the cards. As far as the ring, like if someone found it, they're not going to be able to do anything with it because they need your unique access code to use it. So unfortunately, you would be out of ring, but your crypto would still be safe and you'll still be able to access your crypto using the cards. Clyde Olo says, is Tangem and Arculus similar? Yes, they are similar. But again, I've already gone over several times the differences. Arculus, 100% closed source. Tangem, open source app. Arculus, the app isn't as good, doesn't support as many networks. Tangem supports more networks than any wallet. The app is straightforward. Tangem, you get multiple cards. Arculus, you get one. Indiana Pip says, what is DeFi? Well, DeFi is short for decentralized finance. But there's like a lot of different decentralized finance platforms and applications, but that's what it stands for. Jeremiah says, just got a Tangem. Why is there no memo address on Tangem? You don't need a memo address when you're sending crypto to a cold wallet. Memo addresses are only for crypto exchanges. Do you know why? Because when you send crypto to an exchange, you're sending it to just a made up account that the exchange made for you. You're not actually sending it to your blockchain account because you don't actually own the crypto. So when you're sending crypto to an exchange, that's the only time you need a memo tag. You don't need it when you're sending to a cold wallet because you have your own address. That's the identifier. If the exchange is asking you to input a memo tag when you're sending to Tangem, you would just leave it blank. If it forces you to enter something, you just put in like zeros. Shout out to Anthony from Australia. Always, an OG on the channel, always interacting, and I appreciate you a lot, Anthony. Glad to hear you're doing well. Two travelers and dog, can you move back to an exchange? Absolutely. Yeah, you can move crypto between your exchange and your wallet as much as you want. Again, I have a full user guide how to set up Tangem, how to send crypto to Tangem, and how to send crypto to an exchange from Tangem. That user guide is in the description of this live stream. Someone asked, is Exodus a good hot wallet? It's a wallet that works. It's not a good wallet for storing your crypto, if that's what you're asking. Just in general, yes, Exodus is a reputable wallet that people use, but it's not somewhere you would ever want to keep your crypto. Laris BTC says, when is it worth to change crypto into stablecoins if you want to take profits? Only you can answer that. Whenever you've reached your target prices that you wanted to reach, that's when you would swap to a stablecoin. And is it cheaper to send to an exchange and trade there? Probably. Versus doing it on a cold wallet? Probably. 343DS says, Skrilla, I'm new to crypto, but getting my crypto onto EliPal is terrifying. Yeah, EliPal's not a wallet or a brand I recommend anymore. Maybe, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, I don't know. Ron Watkins says, if your card is lost, stolen, all the thief needs is the app and to guess your passcode. Seems kind of insecure. Passcodes are easy to hack. Absolutely not. If you're creating a completely unique access code, how would anyone hack that? I don't agree with that at all. Robert says, can the cards be reformatted so that you can give them to someone else to use as a new wallet? Yeah, there's an option in the settings. If you go to settings, select the wallet, select manage device, and then select factory reset cards, and then you'll scan each card individually. That'll reset the cards to factory like they're brand new. That's how you would do that. But yeah, again, the link, it's buy one, get one 60% off. This is one of the best deals they've ever had. The link is in the description of this live stream. It will also be here once the live stream is over. You can just go to the description, and I'll show you right now where that's at least on desktop. Should be in the same spot on your computer. But this is a live stream right here. You can see here we are. And then right here it says buy one Tangem wallet, get 60% off. So this is the link that'll take you to the website. This is the link to the user guide if you want to see how to set up and use Tangem. But if you're looking for the deal, just select this link. It'll take you to tangem.com. And then you select the family pack, and this is you get 2 sets. You're buying one for full price, and you get the other one for 60% off. If you don't want to click this link, just go to Tangem.com. Just go to Tangem.com. Let me show you what this looks like. Let's see. If you don't want to click the link in the description to get this same deal, you go to Tangem.com. You come over here. You select Get Tangem. The 50% off is already applied on the website. To get the additional 10% off for the full 60% off, you type, I have a promo code, and then you type Cyber Skrilla, and then you type Cyber Skrilla, type apply, and then you go back to the family pack and it's the buy one 60% off, and you get free shipping. That said, if you have any questions, just drop them on a video. We'll do some more live streams later. This deal is good till November 7th, so you still got some time. Thanks everyone for joining. God bless and peace out. Much love.